Huntsville, another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
Here we go, episode 102. Sorry we missed 101 because I wanted you guys to show up. We were all going to wear Dalmatian costumes, but we didn't get to. Sorry about that.
You couldn't talk Jason into that?
He said absolutely not.
Wow.
So there was no...
I find that hard to believe.
There was no Dalmatian suits to get started.
You thought about that after the show was on.
I did, yeah. It was a good movie. Growing up, I enjoyed that movie. I did. I
was an adult when that came out.
Yeah, it was okay. Still a good movie to watch. Somehow we got started with that this morning, but let's get rolling here. Here we go on a Wednesday. Welcome on in. Appreciate everybody for joining us here on Good Morning Huntsville. Huntsville, it's your show where we hope to encourage you, to inspire you, to lift you up each and every day, and celebrate all things good happening here in our community. We are broadcasting downtown in our studio. A big thank you to Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers for sponsoring our studio. You can visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your custom jewelry. He already has a lot ready to go, too. If you walk in, beautiful showroom up there on the 4th floor of the First National Bank building. But set up the appointment, then go by and see him. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers, again online at elliotsjewelers.com. Big thank you as well, as always, to Paul Oley of the Gallery for all of your custom framing, photography, digital photos, and much more. Paul is your guy. Go by and see him and support local business. And, of course, here on a Wednesday, we would not be able to bring you this show and celebrate all things good happening in Huntsville and have on great guests if it wasn't for tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools and Rick and Kaye Boehning. Good to see you. Did that come out okay? Did it is it flowing or is it still kind of forced?
Yeah, you get an A+ today.
Okay.
And Montessori doesn't give grades, so I'm not sure what you can do with that.
Okay.
Well, you're getting that
Attaboy.
northern accent out of there.
It takes a while, but it's speaking of which, Jerica, where have you been? We have not seen Jerica on the stream here in a while from Fargo.
I saw her Monday.
Wait, she is there.
She was there Monday.
She's there. Jerica, welcome in. There she is. She said good morning from Fargo, North Dakota. I don't want to say it's like a running joke because it's not a joke, but it's became a thing here on the show.
Yeah. It's not a good show without Jerica.
Yeah, it's like every show has that one thing. Remember back in the day, Dave Letterman had the guy at the convenience store.
Yeah.
And I forgot what his name was, but he'd walk around the corner and had that guy on his show all the time. I'm almost thinking that if, there's a building for sale just a couple doors down over here. Someone needs to buy that and put in a little walk-in convenience store so we can just take the show over there and walk over. And, we need to have somebody. It's lonely over here on this street. Nobody's here this early in the morning.
We're here.
You guys are here. So, but I mean, outside of this studio, it's fairly lonely. I look across. We have the beautiful fabric shop over there. Political party across the street. There's a finance place. Blaine over Cloud 9. He shows up about 10 o'clock or so. And outside of that, I mean, there's just Paul Oley over here doesn't hop in until about 10. Linda from Republican office isn't here until about 9.
You go over Tomorrow's Promise. It's open at 5.
Yeah, Tomorrow's Promise is ready. Yeah, that'd be a stretch, though. We'd have to run a long wire over there. The wireless wouldn't work.
That'd be a cord, would it?
Yeah, it'd be a long cord. But, yeah, so if anybody, maybe that's we always try to have a little inspiration. Maybe that's the inspiration this morning. If you've always wanted to start a business, but no one has ever really given you that little oomph to do so, there's a building for sale, a couple doors down. Go buy that building so you can be our neighbor. That's the motivation this morning, Rick. What do you think?
I don't think I would invest that much money.
I was thinking Tomorrow's Promise, 4th location, right there, just a couple doors down. 4th location for Tomorrow's Promise. Parking location. Well,
parking would be an issue.
Yeah, well, we need to walk a little bit. I ate last night. Boy, Bridget and I pigged out at Uberito, and I was like, I need to walk a lot today. I need to walk a whole lot. So
how many steps do you get in a day?
Probably only like 2,000-3,000. They said 10,000 steps is a lot.
I shoot for 11.5 every day.
And do you hit that?
I hit the last 2 days.
Wow.
It's a little over 5 miles.
But do you intentionally go walk like if you
She makes me walk.
Do y'all walk around the neighborhood?
No. I'm in my office, and she has an issue, and I have to go over there and see what it is, and I go back to my office, and then she's got another issue. And
when I was traveling with North Dakota State last year, I put a post up last night, and I was joking around about the inspiration this morning. The inspiration this morning is find joy where you're at. And Jason and I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but I'm going to expand on that this morning that, you may be in a season to where you feel like you're not maybe where you're supposed to be. And sometimes I'm like that, I'll be honest. I think some of us, maybe at some points, we're all like that at some level sometimes. But that when you're in your purpose that you just kind of, that you know. And, the past year and a half for us it's just been a whirlwind because we left here, moved up to Fargo, love the people there. You know the story. Came back. And there were certain things that we were hoping and praying that would kind of manifest, but it didn't happen. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because we're thankful for Hello Huntsville. This was a dream. This was part of us coming back, was starting this platform to promote all things good happening here in our community. But, I've realized this, and this is why I love what happens in life, because if we remain in faith and we have joy where we're at, we're able to share that with other people, because there's other people that are going to be going through similar things. And I think that's why it's so important that we take our life experiences and we share those. Even if it's with one person and it helps that one person, I mean, that could change their life. It could set them up to be successful. And I think we should encourage others to be successful. As we grow and develop and continue to do what we enjoy, I really believe that we should help other people live out their dreams as well. We should ask people, what are you dreaming about? What do you want to do? And find ways to help those that are in our close circles achieve their dreams as well. And so that's the message this morning, friends, is find joy where you're at. Today, maybe you're not in that ideal job. Maybe you're not in that ideal situation, whatever it may be, but find joy. There's got to be some little piece of joy somewhere in there. And find joy in what you're doing right now. And if it's not where you believe that you're ultimately called, that's okay. Have faith that that door is going to open, but have joy in the moment, because if you don't, you're going to be chasing that joy as you continue on, and you'll never find it.
She actually beats me over the head with joy occasionally.
With the soap?
No, just joy.
Isn't there joy like soap, like dish? No, that's Dawn. Oh. Yeah, Dawn. I thought there was like Joy soap or something.
It might be.
Whenever you said she beat you over the head with Joy soap, I thought maybe there's a bottle of Joy soap.
It was a metaphor.
So, yeah.
We'll be making a bottle of Joy soap later.
You know what I enjoyed? You know what I'm thankful for this morning? It was 68 degrees when I got up. 68 degrees today. It did feel a little bit cooler. You can still feel that butter when you open up the back door to let the dogs out. I mean, you take the knife and cut the butter of humidity. But it felt nice for the most part.
It's actually nice enough that I put a couple of jackets in the car because we're headed for Oklahoma later today.
Ah, what's going on in Oklahoma? I mean, what's the temperatures there right now?
Oh, it's probably just as bad as here, but you never know.
The humidity's not there, though.
It's usually drier there, so it's a little cooler in the morning.
Well, Mom said the hospital room's going to be cold, so.
Yeah. Well, that's why I put jackets in the car.
Y'all don't stop at the mile-long Windstar on the way out of Texas?
We wave when we go by.
Yeah, and boy, it's a long wave. I'll never forget the first time we drove past the Windstar Casino, and it just kept going and going and going and going. I thought Energizer should have a banner on top of it because it just never ends. It just keeps going.
Yeah, and the little facades that are different parts of the world.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And, Sam Houston basketball used to, when they were in the WAC, and I say like, makes it sound like it was a long time ago. I mean, this was just a couple of years ago. They would play their basketball tournament. The Western Athletic Conference basketball tournament was inside a casino. And I'll never forget, you go from your room, and there was a gymnasium on the other end of this casino. Real nice, big, huge gym. So you'd go from your room, you'd walk through all this cigarette smoke. I mean, guys, the players were getting secondhand smoke. They were wheezing by the time they got to the gym. And
Going like this too.
Yeah, and I'll never forget. Like, I walk into the gym and I'm literally like just brushing cigarette smoke off. It was so thick you could see it. I mean, you'd brush it and it would just fall onto the ground. It's a little too much. I'm exaggerating, obviously. But,
okay, well, I've never seen it like that, but
yeah, it was.
I'm grounded in reality, is what it is.
And I wonder if
Really?
Well, okay.
When did that happen?
it is what it is. My good friend Steve Ricks told me to expect everything in life, and if you go through life expecting everything, nothing will surprise you. So that was.
There are things that surprise me.
Yeah,
Yesterday I was surprised because we have this little pop-up of Dolly Parton for the Dolly Parton Imagination Armory. And our office person, Courtney, put it in the closet. It's standing there. So when you open the door, there's Dolly. Kind of startling.
Life size.
Yeah.
She, you know what she should have done? She should have put some sort of little audio device in there that triggers when the door opens, and it should have been her, because AI now you can turn anybody's voice into anything. You can say if I took a minute of your voice, I could literally type up something and it would sound just like you. That's the scary thing of technology now. But they should have done something to where when that door opens and Dolly Parton, and it somehow like her arm would pop off of that. Is it a poster? Is that what it is? Or
it's just a stand-up poster.
So yeah, they should have made like this arm mechanism to where it almost like pops you and says, "Get more books, get more books." Because that's what it's all about, right? How many books are going out now? 800 something a month?
878.
878. So let's hit 1,000 by the end of the year. But more importantly, just as important, let's get more support to help that reach us that goal
I
as
want
well.
to do both.
And that's what's going to happen with Lasso Your Imagination, and we'll be talking a little bit about that today. Some Wednesday wisdom. Do you have any Wednesday wisdom that's dialed up at the end of the show yet?
We'll see.
It's gonna happen. So, well, friends, appreciate you being here. We're talking about a lot this morning. One other thing that I wanted to mention, we were talking about steps and just getting your exercise in this morning. Rick was talking about 11.5. Is that what you said your goal is?
11.5.
So when I was up in Fargo, this is where the whole Fargo conversation started, and then I lost train of thought as usual. With the men's basketball team up there, Coach Dave Richmond, when we were at the airports, the first thing that I noticed about him when we were traveling was, man, this guy was just going full force in the airports. What do you do is, we were in the middle of a layover or flight. With the basketball team, they're not chartered typically. We had 2 chartered flights. Other than that, we flew commercial. And, I mean, he was in the airport just walking like crazy. He's like, I got to get my steps in. So it was a good place to do that. My uncle down in Pearsall, Texas, he would go to the H-E-B there in town because it's so hot outside. He'd go to the H-E-B. And this literally saved his life, by the way. He'd go to the H-E-B, walk around the grocery store, and one day started having severe chest pain. Sat down, one of the H-E-B employees recognized what it was. He was having a heart attack. And because he was walking in that H-E-B and surrounded by people, and because that worker knew the signs, pretty much saved my uncle's life. And he's almost 90 now. I need to call him and check on him. I don't know if he's still doing that, but it's find a place. I was reading the other day that a local church here has a pretty big area that folks walk around in, and there's a track inside of there.
I've seen them walking in what used to be the mall.
Yeah, so, boy, that's just... That mall is almost, guys, TDCJ over there.
Yeah.
I wonder what you guys were here. I mean, back in the day, that would have been a sight to see, just the hustle and bustle of the mall.
Well, it was Huntsville.
But there was still some hustle
the problem. There wasn't any hustle and bustle.
Well, there had to be a little bit at one point.
Well, when I first moved here, it was full. But whenever I went, there wasn't hardly anybody there. So I don't know if it had a rush time or what, but the times I went, there wasn't very many people there.
Same here.
And
I never saw very many. I saw a lot of people walking.
Well, it looks like a gift is already coming in this morning. Not the bag, but the person. Sally, Miss Sally
Hi,
Dallas
Sally.
is here. Good morning, Sally.
I didn't know there was going to be a crowd. Sorry, I'll have to share.
Well, my goodness, we appreciate Sally Dallas. We're going to have
Thank
you
you,
on
Sally.
again. Give us some updates now once school started, and let us know what we can do to continue to help you guys out. So,
I'm excited about your buildings.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm really excited for watching them go up. She's great. Love her.
All right.
So y'all are going to have a great day.
we'll have a good show today.
Look forward to
Sally,
it.
thank you so much. Good to
Thank you,
see you. Have a
Sally.
blessed day, Sally Dallas, HISD Social Services. I bet you anything it's some tacos in there.
It probably is.
Yeah, man, that is so great. We so appreciate that. And, there's folks almost every morning that come by and bring us something. It's just, that's the heart of this community. It's what it's all about. So,
I wouldn't know. I've never brought you anything.
Rick, you bought me the greatest gift that someone could ever have on the show. This is designed to go onto your truck, but we found out a way to make it work by our God-given lungs. So thank you, Rick. This will forever be something I will hold dear. This will become an heirloom in our family. This miraculous horn, provided by Rick Boehning of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. I'm going to get with Ricky Thompson over at Guardian Defense because he's got my old laser engraver. I gave it to him. I'll get him the laser engraved Tomorrow's Promise with love and compassion, a gift from Rick Boehning. So, that'll be so sweet.
Did you play it on the 100th episode?
I did not. I forgot all about it. We did not celebrate with the horn. By the way, thank y'all for the chocolate cake.
Was it good?
Oh, my goodness, it was good. Karen and Denise took back half of it. Bridget and I took the other half. And, yes, it was amazingly good. So, and in fact, the chamber, we won the new member spotlight for the month of September. And I took a still from that episode. And you guys were in the background, and we were holding it. Had the 100 and the candles burning. And so hopefully that'll make it in the newsletter or whatever they put out, whatever Teresa does over there. So, well, friends, we do have a good show lined up today, and we appreciate you joining us. Let us know that you're out there. We'll talk about these comments and be more than happy to mention all of you that are chiming in, whether you are live on social media throughout YouTube or Facebook, or maybe this morning you're listening on the Spirit Radio FM app. I know a lot of folks listen there now, including Sally Dallas. And so if you're traveling, if you're driving, of course, we don't want you to be on your phone and drive. So if you download that Spirit Radio FM app, you can Bluetooth it to your car, and then you can hear the audio of this morning show every single morning from around 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. or so. But today, I do want to let everyone know the show that's kind of lined up. We'll have Sharon Dieringer joining us from a great organization called Hope's Bridge. We're going to learn more about Hope's Bridge. Also, another guest joining us as well. And we will continue to talk about all things good happening in Huntsville. Before we take our first break, do want to remind you this week's keyword, it remains kickoff, as Sam Houston football kicking off at BYU on Saturday, and high school football underway. So we thought, it'd be appropriate with the word kickoff this week. And you can text that word in along with your name. Please put your name after that word so we know that it's you. Text that number on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. Again, it's 936-339-0139. For now, though, we'll step aside. We'll take a break. Your show, It's Good Morning Huntsville, continues after this.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kaye Boehning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Look now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. There's a place in Huntsville and now in Conroe where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin Murphy and Orby, and even offer Valami hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why, at the Color Bar Hair Salon, you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
All right, friends. Boy, it's a little jam session here this morning. This was Kaye Boehning, by the way. Kaye Boehning from Tomorrow's Promise. What do they call that? Kaye shredding it on the guitar back in the day? You know, shredding? Rick's looking over. He's like, yeah, that was me. That was Rick back in the day. Shredder. We're not talking about that kid show either. Ninja Turtles Shredder. Remember that one, Rick? So
Yes.
Rick was joking a while ago, saying, well, I don't know about 101 Dalmatians, but you know about Ninja Turtles, man. So, all right. Well, we're going to get back on topic here and appreciate everybody joining us. Welcome back in. It is your show, Good Morning Huntsville, as we continue to celebrate all things good happening here in our community. And we want to welcome you in this morning. A lot of folks chiming in. We'll get to those comments here in just a few moments and continue to let us know that you're out there, just like Amanda Summers, who's saying good morning to you. Amanda, Carolyn Gibson, our great friend, joining us this morning, saying good morning, Rob, Rick, and Kaye. Feels like a hint of fall, and we felt that this morning. Also, Rachel Drake over at CASA of Walker, San Jacinto, and Trinity Counties joining us. So good morning to Rachel as well. More comments. We'll get to those in a few moments. But we have a very special guest here today joining us alongside our friends at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools on a Wednesday. It's Sharon Dieringer of Hope's Bridge.
Nice to meet you.
Sharon, thank you so much for being, and you were here early. You know, I should have brought you breakfast to your car this morning.
Yes, I was here real early.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't want to be late.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you being here this morning, and well, we're so excited to learn more about your wonderful organization. Before we talk about Hope's Bridge, maybe just let us know a little bit about you. I know you've been in the community for about 5 years now, but your journey goes back to kind of moving from Ohio. So let us know kind of how the journey happened and how you eventually got here to Huntsville.
Well, my husband actually got transferred to Conroe, and we lived down in Walden for about 20 years and decided to move north and get out of all of the hustle and bustle in that
the
community.
Hoopla.
Yes. And so we came up to Huntsville. After I retired, I had been working in Houston, so the commute was easier from down there. So we moved up here. My son is up here, and I have a daughter that's in Euless, Texas, up at the airlines. So we came up to be close to grandkids and settle down and be retired.
It's all about family. If you probably haven't heard this, before on the show, but I've mentioned it on the show, but I was just saying you probably haven't heard it, is I saw a bumper sticker one time. It said, "I was tired yesterday, I'm tired today, and I'll be tired tomorrow. I'm retired."
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I was joking with somebody, and I said, at 39, or I said at 30, I was able to retire. And someone said, "Wow, that must be nice." And I told them, I said, "Not really, it's just a joke." So,
well, at CASA, they tell me that I didn't really know how to retire, so I keep very busy.
Well, that's great. Well, Sharon, again, she is a director with Hope's Bridge here in Huntsville. I know multiple locations, but the one here in Huntsville specifically talking about today. And again, before we dig into that, you mentioned Ohio, though, is where you came from.
Yes.
I know folks from a lot of different places, but it's rare to hear folks from Ohio move into this area. And I think that's great. What was life like in Ohio before?
Much cooler.
Yeah.
It was great. I was a social worker for a number of years, went to law school, was a lawyer, worked for the court system. So I've always worked with children, and that's always been my focus throughout my career. So this kind of fit in, CASA fit in, and Hope's Bridge has been great.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Hope's Bridge now. Let us know a little bit more about the organization, and I'll kind of let you take that over. I know a little bit. I've done some research, but explain to our viewers out there just more about Hope's Bridge and kind of your mission and vision and what you guys do.
Okay, we are a 501c3 organization in effect for about the past 7 years. Started in Montgomery. Our goal and our mission is to provide tangible items to foster families, adoptive families, kinship families, trying to make the transition for them a little bit easier. You can only imagine that family taking in 2 or 3 children in addition to their own families, and some of the things that they're in need of. Beds, clothes, dressers, all kinds of furniture. We depend on the community. We have no paid employees. We are all volunteers. We depend on the community to contribute and make donations to our organization, and then we recycle them and get them out to families that need them. We do pickups. We do deliveries. We are very involved. We have another facility down in Conroe. We also have a resale shop down in Conroe that helps us support keeping rent paid, utilities paid, so we can continue to gather all the items and get them out into the community. We also work very closely with CPS, with the CASA program, also with the Good Shepherd and local churches, Safe House. We try as best we can if we get extra donations that we can't utilize, or if they sit for any period of time, we recycle them through some of the other organizations, so that we're constantly being focused on getting these items out to families that are in need. We also take recommendations from other organizations. If someone finds a family, many of the churches contact us if they find a family that have children that are in need and need beds, dressers, those kind of items. We support those as well. We've been very fortunate here in Huntsville that the Care Center has provided us with space in their upstairs, and so we've been it's been a real benefit for us to have that location. So.
Yeah, it's great. Again, Sharon Dieringer joining us this morning. She is a director with Hope's Bridge here in Huntsville. And I'm on the website right now. You can go online. For those of you that are listening on the audio-only version, maybe at a later date, you can go to hopes-bridge.org to find out more information. Talks about more of their involvement, not just here in Huntsville, but throughout other areas such as Conroe and Montgomery County that you had mentioned. Sharon, there's a video on the front of the website, and if you're okay with us doing that real quick, I kind of want to see if I can cue this up and play that video, if that's fine with you.
That'd be great.
And let me see if we can get this guy going. This is kind of, technology on the fly here, and we'll see how this works, but I think that we can get this going here so folks can actually see this video and also learn a little bit more as we continue to talk to Sharon Dieringer. So here is...
We are Hope's Bridge, and we exist to defend children and protect families. As a nonprofit organization serving children in foster care and families in crisis, we believe that by meeting tangible, simple needs faster, we can offset the long-term impact of trauma that perpetuates a cycle.
We accomplish this through taking new and gently used items donated by community partners and placing them in a resale store and a resource center, allowing referred and qualified families to shop for absolutely free.
Starting back in 2017, by providing children in need with back-to-school supplies, we've grown our service over 200 families monthly throughout Montgomery, Conroe, and Huntsville. Our established partnerships with local schools, churches, and DFPS have been an integral part in helping us become a resource in providing necessary clothing, shoes, and baby supplies. We want to continue to partner with our community to make a bigger difference.
If you're interested in helping us in our mission, we are always in need of regular volunteers, financial sponsorships, and for you to choose Hope's Bridge as your primary donation location.
Together, we can bridge the hope and reduce the trauma within our own community. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's just a great little video there just to learn more about Hope's Bridge. And, I'm going to be honest, while I was watching that, just some of the words, folks in our community need help. And that's one thing, Sharon, that I love about Huntsville, and we mention it every single episode on this show. It's just how giving this community is. And as I was watching that video, I honestly, inside, it's not pouring out of me, but I teared up a little bit because I talk about it every morning, how people give back in this community, but sometimes it's just we say it and we don't really think about it. Your organization is doing something incredible for this community. And Kaye, Sharon, when she came in, you guys gave each other a hug, and y'all's friendship goes back, and you guys know each other pretty well.
Yep.
So it's it's
a good, very good organization, and the trauma a child has to be removed from the home, and it may not be the best home, but that's the only home, the only love, or the only affection or anything they've ever known, and then they're put in with somebody else. Even though it may be a much more loving family, a much more beneficial family, they're still ripped from everything they know, and they don't a lot of times have any of their toys. They don't have anything. They just have what they have on their backs. And imagine Braylon not being able to have her favorite toy or her favorite blankie or this, that, or the other. What would that do to her?
And it's folks such as Sharon and Hope's Bridge who are really helping to bring resources to folks in this community that need it most. And I love the part, too. Again, this is another nonprofit working with other nonprofits.
Yes.
You guys work hand in hand with organizations like CASA. Maybe you mentioned some of it earlier, but maybe expand a little bit, Sharon, on some of the other organizations throughout the community that you guys work directly with.
I think the thing that surprised me the most when I came to Huntsville was the involvement of the churches. And a lot of the churches are very, very responsive, even helping with utilities and helping families just come out of really dire straits. And, CASA is another program where we connect really well because a lot of these families are taking in children, like I said, in large numbers. And we form long-term relationships. It's not just providing the tangible items, but it's forming relationships. And long-term, we've got families who recycle, their clothes. So we give them and they bring them back so someone else can use them. And so it becomes kind of a circular effect where we help them, they help us, and then we help them with the larger clothes or the other needs that they have. We start out with baby items, and so we start out with very young children, and they grow, and they've got increased needs, and we try to fill that. We're actively involved with the churches in a backpack program so that when kids start school and the foster kids have what they need, we take the school lists and go to other organizations in the community, and primarily the churches, and they're able to provide those supplies. We do some activities for the foster kids. We have a Halloween costume giveaway program we do, and we bring in snow cones and big blown up slides and a lot of activities. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that we have our major fundraiser coming up in December, first week of December. And so we encourage the community to watch for the flyers and get involved as well.
Yeah, please. And any information that y'all have about that fundraiser, please send it here to Hello Huntsville. It's great community partners like Kaye and Rick at Tomorrow's Promise that helps us showcase organizations such as yours. And we appreciate not only their support, but what you guys are doing in the community as well. You can find out more information again this morning online at hopes-bridge.org.
Yes.
Well, and there's something she hit upon that's very, very important. So many times the people that are in need or have huge needs are some of the most giving people.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, when they're helped, they want to turn around and help someone else.
Yeah.
And it may not be that much, but, you think of the widow with the 2 mites.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of what Huntsville is. There's 62% of our community is economically disadvantaged. Mm-hmm. And that is part of, I think, the giving of this community is that we all help each other. We've all been there,
yes.
And we just want to give back.
Sharon, I think it's incredible, too, because if I heard this correct, I mean, this organization started as just a way to give maybe school supplies back to children and how much it's evolved now over the years to identify much more needs. And, of course, school just getting started a couple of weeks ago. And one thing on your website right there on the front page was how to help, and it was shop for school supplies for a foster child or donate the cost. And, for $100, you can really load up a child with everything that they need for a school year. And you all have done such a great job on the website identifying all of those different items. And, I know $100 is tight for a lot of people right now, but if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, I mean, we just went out to eat the other day and really didn't have a big budget to do so. And, I mean, literally food costs are through the roof. Spent $80 for Bridget and I and 2 babies,
Yes.
But that $100 can go a very long way. $25 could go a really long way. How are some ways that folks, besides the fundraiser, that they can donate? I'm sure on the website I saw a button there. So how can folks get involved and donate?
Actually, we take in the donations at the care center.
Okay.
Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. And what I want to leave here today with is giving my phone number, because I'm very flexible and I can meet them if they've got things to donate. And my phone is 936-537-3173. And I laughingly say I give it to everybody in Huntsville. So,
well, now we're giving it to everybody across the world because you're on Spirit Radio FM app.
There you go.
And so I know that we have someone from Brazil that listens to this show.
That's great.
Country code +1.
There you go.
936-537-3173. That is Sharon's number. And if you have items that you'd like to donate, maybe you have a question about some of the items too, call Sharon first if you got any questions. And then the Care Center of Huntsville, located right across the street from Safe House.
Right.
What's that street that's there?
15th Street.
15th Street. So
Yes.
right across the street. And Care Center Huntsville, a great organization as well. And you said Monday, Wednesday, Friday is when those items are accepted over there.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, that is Sharon Dieringer, again, the director of Hope's Bridge here in Huntsville. Anything that we missed that maybe you'd like to discuss? I know we covered a lot this morning, Sharon.
The only thing that I would say is when we go back to talking about school supplies and needs, we're trying to make it as normal for foster kids as we can. Kids in school can be cruel, and the more normal we can make them appear when they show up with their backpack just like everybody else, that's where the importance is.
100%. Well, Sharon, keep up the good work. It's a mission, and you're carrying on a very valuable and worthy mission here in Huntsville, Texas, to support folks who need it the most. Again, Sharon Dieringer joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
We'll step aside, take a break. Before we do, I want to remind you, as always, that keyword is kickoff. Sharon, you can text this in if you want. We give away prizes every day on this show, and today we have more gifts that we're going to be giving away from our good friend Jamie Saucier of Saucier Woodworks. I'll show it here in just a moment, but text in the word kickoff along with your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. Do you mind being our Vanna White?
Not at all.
So we have this really cool breadboard. And it's that camera, that one right there. Huntsville Hornets breadboard. Check that out. Very nice. Jamie made these. And then also another one here. a Sam Houston one. So we're going to be giving away one of those today. We're going to give away the other one tomorrow. So someone has an opportunity to win one of those today. And that's what we're doing here on the show. That is part of the giveaway. We're also going to include a T-shirt and some other items as well. And we appreciate our good friend Sharon there. We're going to have her back as our new prize presenter.
There you go.
So we'll take a break, friends. Stay with us. It's your show, Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be right back after this on Good Morning Huntsville.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kaye Boehning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
There's a place in Huntsville and now in Conroe where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin Murphy and Orby, and even offer Valami hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why, at the Color Bar Hair Salon, you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
How about a little saucy 80s music to come back here on the show? Oh, goodness. We're having some fun. If you subscribe, by the way, to Behind the Scenes on Hello Huntsville, it's only $30 an hour. You will get all the background content here, what happens on in between the commercials. And again, $30 per episode, so for the hour. Just kidding, it's not. We always have fun. There's a lot of things, in media that's so much fun because when you're commercial breaks, you're talking and joking around, and man, we were just having a blast there as we were getting ready to rock and roll here. Welcome back in. Appreciate you joining us for Good Morning Huntsville. We are here on a Wednesday, and a big thank you to Kaye and Rick Boehning of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Wouldn't be able to bring you this show without our Foundation 5 sponsors, including Tomorrow's Promise. We'll talk to Kaye on the back end of the show about how things are going at Tomorrow's Promise. But now, kind of tail back in on Sharon, who was just here a few moments ago. Board member joining us, Cecilia Isaiah. Did I get that right?
You did.
All right. Well, welcome in. Good to have you today. Thank you so much for being here. You bet. Yeah. Let us know just a little bit about you. I know born here, moved away, came back, been here for the last 20 years now, I guess, after you came back. So, and I don't know how because you look like you're 23, so you moved away when you were 2.
I'm very proud of 47-year-old. I'm looking forward to my 50th birthday.
All right.
I already was starting to plan that. But, yeah, I was born here at the old hospital that's it looks like about to get torn down. It looks like
it's
that's
supposed to be a car wash.
I saw that.
It's going to clean up that.
Yeah. Yeah, but before that, it was, a retirement home. Mm-hmm. And so my kids used to tease me when they were little that, I was born there and I'd end up going back there.
Yeah. I'm going to fix this while you're chatting. Keep talking. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
So I've been back. I was born here, moved away, spent time in California, Houston, Dallas areas, big cities, and then came back about 21 years ago and raised my kids here. And then about 11 years ago, I became a foster parent. I've always been involved in kids programs here in town. I was in the organization, I don't know if anybody remembers it, Huntsville's Promise is what it was called, and we did a lot of kid activities here in town. And then when CASA started here in town, one of the city council members came to my house and was like, "I think you'd be great at CASA. You need to do CASA."
They voluntold you.
Yes,
that's what happens.
They did. I get voluntold a lot, and I follow instructions. So I try and do anything I can get myself plugged into when it comes to kids. So I was actually in CASA's first class and was able to get the first case that we were assigned to.
Wow.
So that kind of started my journey in this community. So after that, I loved CASA. It was great. I felt like God was calling me to do more. So I got licensed to foster. And so I've been fostering for 11 years now. In October, it'll be 11 years. And we've, me and my husband, we have fostered over 25 kiddos in that time.
Wow.
So it's been a big blessing. So I guess probably at least several years ago, we, our community, the local people with CPS asked if I would come into a meeting, and because Walker County was very deficient, and I don't know the numbers now, but I know at the time they said here locally we only had 8 foster homes. And so they asked me to come into a meeting because they wanted to help get Walker County more involved in this community and see what they could do. And one of my main things was, if you want people to foster here in this community, they can't feel like they're in a desert.
Yeah.
They have to feel like they are supported well. And so this was one of the things that I felt like would be very helpful. We can't expect a grandma to get a call and take in 3 of her grandkids if she doesn't even have beds for them to sleep in. So we were able to partner with the organization just down the road in the Conroe area.
Sleep in Heavenly Peace?
Well,
or
no,
one of those?
the Hope's Bridge.
Bridge. Oh,
in that
that.
area.
I got you. Okay, I got you.
And get a location here. So it was been a huge blessing, because now when a kinship or a foster family, makes that decision to have a child in their home, we're able to support them and let them know that, we're here for them for the things that they need. So I know right now a need of ours is beds, because as soon as we get them, they're going out the other door. I'm very fortunate to have a husband that has a servant's heart, and so he is our main mover here in Huntsville. Him and Sharon were moving refrigerator last night. And so I'm very fortunate that he is very much involved in he gets voluntold a lot as well.
That's what we do here in Huntsville. Again, our good friend Cecilia Isaiah joining us here this morning. She is on the board of directors with Hope's Bridge here in Huntsville. Sally was saying, I can't believe it's been 11 years, Cecilia. She said, I remember our first conversation about fostering.
Yeah. I've known Sally for quite some time. I'm very fortunate that we do have a lot of people here in the community that are very interested in serving this community, and it's such a blessing. But it's a difficult road to be on. But a harder thing is what the kids have to go through. Because I know as adults, most of us have lost someone. We've experienced grief in our life. When a kid is removed from their home, they're grieving everything that they know. If they had a pet, their school, their local park, their family members, everything that they knew, now they're grieving. And so we want to be there to support that child and to make sure that they feel as comfortable as possible.
Well, Cecilia, you serve on the board, and just maybe a final question here for me is just, serving on that board, somebody out there may want to get involved. There's probably somebody today saying, this program today has really touched my heart. Hope's Bridge is an organization that I want to partner with, not only just donate, but maybe serving. What has that been like for you, and just the process of how you got onto the board, and talk a little bit more about that, and just how great it's been for you to be able to serve?
Oh, it's been awesome because, when we're taking these donations in is awesome to get to meet people in our community who are willing to support these children, but then being able to deliver the items that we get to donate to these families. My husband gets to do it probably more than I do because he's the muscle a lot. But any chance I get to go with him and Miss Sharon, I try and go because I want that family to know that we're very thankful for what they're doing, and that we're here to not just support them with tangible items, but we're here to love on them as much as we can. So there are several of those families that I still, they still contact me, text me, or call me. I have one that comes by my house sometimes. She's, different things have happened since this journey started for her. And, she just a couple weeks ago had an issue with her washer. So she knows that. She came over and asked me if she could wash her clothes. I said, sure. We sit down and chit-chat, and she gets to wash her clothes. But it's those relationships that we're building and being able to support these families long-term. There's a great training that typically is offered here in town that I always suggest people to take. It's called TBRI. It's one of the things that really taught me how to love on kids with trauma brain well. And so as a person in the community, if you are in contact with kids who have significant trauma in their life, I suggest that class. It helped me out tremendously to be able to know how to interact with the kid in the best way possible.
Yeah, well, Cecilia, we so appreciate you being here today. Again, more information, you can find it online at hopes-bridge.org. And before you leave today, once we wrap up, I'm going to give you a card. It's got my number on it. I don't want to hear Sharon moving refrigerators anymore. You call me. I don't want Sharon, I can just picture Sharon right now with this, huge double-sided fridge, and she's carried it on her back because she's mighty, saying, "I've got this." But Sharon, let's take care of yourself. And there's some. I don't have a lot of muscle, but I've got willpower. And you guys call me, and I'm sure there's other guys here in the community that would love to help y'all move items. So please reach out.
We would love that. We would love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and then please send us a picture, though, of Sharon moving that fridge, if you don't mind. So, well, Cecilia, appreciate you being here. Kaye, any questions that you may have for Cecilia?
How does one get involved in the TBRI class?
I can find out if they're going to be offering it. Typically, it's offered in February, but it's an amazing class that Beth Prim offers here in town. She's the, I believe, children's director at Fellowship of Huntsville. Yeah, so she usually offers that. She tries to do it at no cost, or like a donation just to cover the materials that you leave with. But it's a phenomenal training program. I've actually taken it 7 years in a row because I feel like I need the refresher.
Well, it just seems like that should be a class that every teacher should take.
Yes.
Every preschool teacher, every.
I feel like really any human being, because the reality is, yes, I use it with my children, but I also use it in difficult relationships with adults, because it's very
so it'd
helpful.
be useful for Rick.
Yes.
Okay.
yes. Definitely. But no, it's a phenomenal program that was written out of TCU. And it's, although the training is not written to be Bible-based, the whole idea is the way God treats us and how to interact with people that way. So it's been a blessing, a huge blessing to us. But yeah, Beth Prem is a very good contact for that training.
And what's that training again called?
It's called TBRI.
TBRI.
Trust-based relational intervention.
Awesome. Okay.
And it's a way to interact with primarily children who have trauma brain, because things are very different. A lot of times at my house, when someone's has done a bad behavior, this is the same tone and cadence I use, and I start the conversation with, "You're not in trouble, and I'm not mad, but we have to talk about this because we have to keep everybody safe."
Yeah, that's
and
good.
So it's a phenomenal training, and it's really taught me how to deal in my home, because I'm a therapeutic home. We take higher level needs children. So currently I have 4 special needs children in my home. So that comes with a whole nother ball of wax on top of the trauma, their individual special needs. So it's been a huge blessing. Yes.
That's great. So you're doing the Lord's work, and it's so great to have folks such as you in this community, and we appreciate you so much, and Sharon, and just really insightful this morning. I didn't know about Hope's Bridge. We've only been in the community for 4 years. We were gone for a year, came back, and this is why we do this show, because I guarantee there's other folks out there this morning that wasn't aware of the great work. They may have heard of Hope's Bridge, but they weren't aware exactly what y'all do. So any information that you have, Sharon and Cecilia, please send that our way. We'll be more than happy to promote it here on Hello Huntsville. This platform is all about the good in our community, and you guys, along with Tomorrow's Promise, just 2 organizations that are doing exceptional work here in Huntsville. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Well, we'll step aside. We'll wrap it up when we come back. Final opportunity, by the way, to text in that keyword kickoff along with your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. Don't go anywhere. We'll have our winner, little chicken dinner, when we come back here on Good Morning Huntsville. That was really bad. We'll see you in a little bit. Friends, stay with us.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kaye Boehning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. There's a place in Huntsville and now in Conroe where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin in Murphy and Orby, and even offer Valami hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why, at the Color Bar Hair Salon, you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon.
This is 1,000% what I envisioned. Rick, do that one more time, man. Can you? Come on, Rick.
I'm not sure I can do that one more
You were
time.
already on. This is what I envisioned when I thought of you guys partnering with us.
Shredding?
Come on,
Shredding.
Rick. Here we go.
I'm more on the drums.
We need to get a friend, Taylor Fulbright. I don't know if you remember Taylor. He was in the community for a short time. He's down in Conroe. He does the what is it, like air guitar stuff. He's like a world champion air guitarist. So real briefly,
I didn't know that was a thing.
We got to wrap up. We are going to call our winner here in a moment. We got a meeting to get to. But Kaye, little Wednesday wisdom. I know it's a short one today. What do you got for us? What are you throwing at us
So
today?
today, if you've got something that you can't use anymore, don't just throw it away. There are organizations all across town that can use it. Even socks with holes in them. The homeless in Houston, we've got a bridge ministry at the university. They take socks with holes in them because they're in the winter.
She meant University Heights Baptist Church.
University Heights. Because even socks with holes in them is better than no socks.
Yeah.
So, there's always somebody that can use the things that you have.
That's right. Well, here we go. Let's head over to our winner now on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. Got to answer to win. Got to answer to win.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I was wondering what you're doing right now.
I'm at work.
This is the car warranty service here. I am currently training our employee. That was Laura on the phone there. She did a good job on the intro, correct?
I think you
How
blew it.
are
I think
y'all?
she knows who's on the phone now.
Yeah.
No,
Probably
I don't
so.
think so.
She didn't know when I was talking.
No, she doesn't know.
You
Who is this? Who is this today?
Sounds just like Rob.
I don't even know who this is. This is not Rob. My name is John from the Car Warranty Service Department. Your extended warranty has probably ran out on your 2003 Honda Civic, and we are calling. And if you don't have that car, it's whatever car you have, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
So, what do you drive, ma'am? If you don't mind me asking.
A Traverse.
Traverse. It is. Yeah, it's a Traverse. That's what it is. It's a Traverse.
Okay.
Yeah.
They look so much alike.
Kay, I'll let Kay take it back over. I messed you up, Kay. Kay Boehning, Tomorrow's Promise here.
Who are we talking to?
Yeah, who are we talking to? Who is this?
This is Amanda.
Amanda who? Is it okay to say your last name, Amanda?
So, what is it?
Well, I don't know. Amanda Summers.
Amanda Summers. Congratulations. Have you ever texted in before to win, Amanda?
Yes, but I've never won.
Well, you've
Well,
won.
you today. You have.
You've won now. So congratulations, Amanda. We have two breadboards, a Huntsville Hornet breadboard or a Sam Houston breadboard. Which one would you like?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
We have these cool little breadboards. One of them is a Huntsville Hornet breadboard. The other one is a Sam Houston breadboard. And you get the choice of which one you would like, which logo you would like.
Ooh, I would love the Sam Houston one.
There you go. Eat 'em up,
All right.
cats. All right, Amanda Summers, you are our winner today. And
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We'll get with you. We'll text you a little bit later on how to pick up your prize. We're going to throw in some T-shirts as well and a little goodie bag for you.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much.
How did you find out about Good Morning Huntsville and Hello Huntsville before we let you go?
Oh, well, I watch it every morning, pretty much every morning, and I'm neighbors with Karen.
Awesome. Well, there you go. Cool. Amanda, congratulations. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank y'all. Y'all too.
And what are you thankful for today?
Today, I am thankful for the cooler temps that we had this morning, and thankful for our first responders, because bless their hearts.
Amen. There she is, Amanda. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank y'all. Y'all too.
Kay, I messed that up. Next time it's just.
She didn't know who I was.
I know. It was just like if I get a call and it's like from a female voice and it's like, Bridget would kill me. Hey, what are you doing? I was like, oh man,
that's a little weird.
I don't have like a drop.
Well, you pointed to Rick.
I did, and then Rick.
I was started to say something, and you jumped right in.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything, so I was like, okay. Well.
Next time, Kay, I'm not going to say a peep. You have proven that you can take this to the next level. So, Kay Boehning, tomorrow's promise. If you get a call from a lady on the phone and you watch this show and he goes, "What are you doing?" It's Kay Boehning from tomorrow.
I don't think we need to say that.
I just get worried because I don't have a button that like I can drop if there's anything that shouldn't be said from the receiving end, because I'm not worried about it in here, obviously. But we're on Spirit Radio now, and we're on, I don't want anybody to just, we don't have that button that drops the last 10 seconds.
We probably don't want to ask that question, dear.
Yeah, I'll rephrase it. I wasn't expecting to.
What you'll do, you did great, Kate. What you'll do in the future, what I would suggest is saying, "How you doing?"
See, I spent all week thinking about this. I had what things to do.
So, congratulations.
Okay, well, next week you're doing it.
That's
Fine.
right.
I don't have a problem with it.
Congratulations to Amanda. She is the winner today. We got to wrap it up. We got a meeting to get to. Kay, thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow's promise. Next week, let's dig in more about Lasso with Your Imagination, a big event that's going to be coming up around the corner, and we'll learn more about tomorrow's promise. If you have children, I just want to say this before we go. Kay, and she probably won't want me saying this because I know how Kay is, but I'm going to say it as a friend. Kay, in my opinion, is the authority on childcare, especially here in this community. She loves children. She researches the best methods for working with children, and she truly is a champion for young people in this community. And so today, if you have a child and you're looking for a place for them to grow and to thrive, Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. I'm not just saying it because they're sitting next to me. I'm saying it because Braylon was there early on, and one day we want to get her back involved. But this is an organization that you truly need to check out. Rick and Kay are passionate, especially Kay, and Rick is as well, of course. But these folks know what it takes to help your children. The Montessori method works. It is not some weird thing. So maybe today you're thinking, what is Montessori? Like I did. I didn't know before I met you. I thought it was like some other religion, to be honest. I didn't know that it was like this. I really didn't. And now I understand it's a faith-based program that Kay is running, and it's just incredible to see these young people. So please check them out online, tpms.live, Kay Boehning, the authority on young folks here in Huntsville, Texas.
Thank you, Rob.
Appreciate that. We'll step aside, wrap it up. We're not going to step aside. We're going to wrap it up. That's the end of the show today. Appreciate all of you, Kay and Rick. Thank you all. And I want to remind you that we'll be back on tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Download the Spirit Radio FM app online at spiritradio.fm. Also, if you go to HelloHuntsvilleTX.com, have an interview up there with JT Kroll, a senior offensive lineman with the Huntsville Hornets. Other news and events as well you can find on the website. Friends, as I end every program and every show, I want to remind you this morning that we truly aren't strong enough alone to make it on our own. We do need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. And until tomorrow morning, good morning, Huntsville. God bless.